It's the E.A.R. Chronicles. It's the E.A.R. Chronicles. I'm talking TV. I'm talking movies. I'm talking anime, cartoons, sci-fi, and fantasy. It's the E.A.R. Chronicles. It's the E.A.R. Chronicles.
Hello. I know it has been a few weeks. It's been about a month. Um, and I'm here to talk about Agatha All Along, the finale. And I know, again, it's been a minute. The finale was a long time ago. It was on Halloween. We had Thanksgiving. But let me tell y'all. First, welcome back to the E.A.R Chronicles. Your host Eric, it's me. It is I. I am back. And this is the place where you're gonna get my thoughts and opinions on TV shows and movies that I like. So welcome back if you've been here before. And if you're new, hello, what's up? You don't know what I'm talking about or why I'm talking about I'm back and why it's taking me so long to be back. But that's what I'm here to share with you all. Um it should be because I didn't bet on a TV show and I done won some money and now I'm back, but that hasn't happened just yet. That's next year. Um, that'll be next year. I'll be on a show winning something next year. But this year, these last few weeks have been incredibly tumultuous and very, very difficult for me. The reason why this recap is so late is because the week after the recap happened, my grandfather went back into the hospital and I'm his primary caregiver. That's my best friend. And so I had to make sure he was good and taking care of him. And unfortunately, 2 weeks ago, he passed away. And so I'm readjusting to life. And this week was the week that I decided that I just gotta get back into everything and go. Right? I can't wallow in my grief. And so I gotta I gotta restart life. Life paused for a few weeks and now I'm back. So I apologize if you were waiting for me. I know y'all was waiting on me. I know y'all was waiting on me. But he's back and I'm excited. This isn't going to be quite the recap that I wanted it to be because typically I go back and watch the episodes all over again and give more of a step by step of how everything happened. But the finale was great. I'm just going to give it review it right now. I love the finale. I actually liked episode 8 better than 9. Episode 8, I'd give it a solid 9.5 out of 10. Episode 8, honestly, they could have switched it to and just changed a few ending pieces and parts. But episode 9 was good too. I give it an 8 out of 10. So clearly I like 8 better than 9, but it's not here nor there. But I really enjoyed it. So starting off this recap, picking back up where I left y'all off. We left off from the wonderful episode that was episode 7, where our girl Miss Patty Lou Pong, aka in the Agatha universe, the Agatha verse, whatever we call it, in this verse, in this world. Um, our good sweet friend, she just ate. We know we love Miss Calderoon. We loved her. We miss her. But Lilia, the queen that she is. That's where we left off. Anyway, without going further into it. So we have Billy, Agatha, and Jen left. They're traversing the road. They know that there's the Earth trial coming up, and what they're gonna do? They don't know. They don't know. They're still worried about Lilia. Well, at least Jen is specifically. And Agatha, she's just trying to get to the end. She's over it. She wants her powers back. She wants her reward. And so as they talk about Rio being dead, they call Agatha out on it a little bit, and then they go back and they realize, was the whole thing a circle? Because they see their shoes. Because they thinking they gonna head down the road. Ease on down the road. They think they finna ease on down the road and head to the next challenge, test, trial. Wrong. They shoes that they left from the beginning right there in front of them. And they're like, I know this ain't it. Because I ain't get what I came for. Because still ain't got my powers. Jennifer, I'm still bound. Billy don't have his brother. What is going on? But as soon as they put them feet in them shoes, they wake up in a body bag in the morgue underground. They are underground. And Billy is the first one to come out, then Agatha, then Jen. And obviously Agatha has a little witty saying that she's telling Billy to let her figure it out, Jennifer, instead of helping her. Let her struggle a little bit. Let her get through her own struggle. They get out of the bag and they're in these hospital-like gowns. You know, we've seen this in the previews. And they're just like, where the heck are we? What is going on? And their belongings are in the bag. And once they get their belongings out of the bag, the door is shut. The clock starts ticking and the trial has begun. So we are in our final trial. And in this moment, you know, we're trying to figure out what is going on. How did they even solve it? What is the point of this trial? How do we conquer it? But in the midst of this, we figure out, well, Jennifer talks about being bound, and she's explaining to Billy where it happened, Dad, in Boston, and all of that. And Agatha was like, oh, that was you, girl. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, girl. I didn't know you were bound that part. And it is revealed that Agatha was the one who bound Jennifer all those years ago. And Jennifer was hot. She was like, it was true. You did this to me. And she's like, I was just doing it for some money, girl. I was, you know, she was apparently hired by somebody to bind her. So yeah, it was Agatha all along. Agatha is the one who bound Jen. So Jen snatches a piece of her, ties it around her wrist, and does the unbinding ritual. And it was so powerful. I could just talk about this moment. So powerful, so powerful. Because in one sense, you have a Black woman taking her power back from a white woman who stole it in the first place. But then you also have Jennifer, who has lacked confidence, who was doubting herself, feeling insignificant, feeling inadequate, now understanding and taking back what belonged to her in the beginning, what was already there, but needed to pull it out, you know, to remind herself who she truly is. So she didn't need the power because she was amazing without it. But to add this piece that was stolen from her and this really come face to face with the person who stole this missing piece, this part that left a void in her, it added an extra layer of emotion, an extra layer of depth, in my opinion. And so she snatches her up and she tells her, you hold nothing. I deny your power over me. You hold nothing. You hold nothing. And after a dramatic, you know, we see the rope, the hair snap. Jennifer sucks up like that in the air, shoulder, you know, do like that. She falls on the ground. And we feel the power return. Then we see it. Ah! And all of its pink, powdery, glowy goodness. Her powers have returned. She is now officially unbound. Jennifer unbound. Kale, I know that's right. So happy for Jennifer. She starts crying. You can feel the relief. You can feel it was very visceral and very heart-wrenching in a way. It's like, oh my God. Like, I was happy for her as if that was my sister. Like, girl, you got your powers back. Yes. She is free. And not only is she unbound, boop, she completed her trial. She completed the road and is now gone. She disappears. So the road has sent her off. Girl, you've got what you came for. And so it's like, okay, so this trial is going to give everybody what they wanted at the end. Next up is Billy. Billy, what does Billy want? His brother. So Agatha's like, get over here. We finna find your brother right now. I don't care if you hate me, you don't like me. I'm gonna help you figure this thing out because why not? And so she helps him meditate and to focus on his brother's voice, the last moments that he had with his brother. And so he's searching and searching, and he finds Billy is out there. Like, obviously, we know Billy's out there because he said he can feel him, right? And so she was like, you need to find a body to put him in. And then they find this boy who's getting bullied and drowned by, some kids. And Billy's like, no, he's going to have this person that we're going to put him in. He won't be loved. He won't feel safe. It's going to be a bad life. And Agatha was like, tough luck. We all have a hard life. We all going to go through something. It's best for him to go through it now. So that's the one. And Billy puts his brother's spirit, his soul, into the body of this boy that's about to die, knowing that he won't have a good life. But what other choice did he have? That's the one he found. That's where he has to go. And so he does it. He knows where his brother is now. He knows where to find him. Now he just got to get there. Boop, he's gone. The road gives him what he wanted. He's out. Now we just have Miss Agatha. And she's kind of figure out how she's supposed to get her power back. Like, ain't nobody here to blast me. That's the only way I get my power back, because what's going on? But she finds a way, come hell high water. Agatha was not staying in there as the clock was ticking down. She eventually just forces her way out of there and claws her way out. And once she does, she's face to face with Rio, or Lady Death, as we know her to be in all of her glory. But before then, she met with her. So I forgot to mention. She met with her and she promised Rio that she'd get the boy, meaning Billy, because she needs to come get what she was owed. He cheated death. She don't like that. She coming for the body. She need him. She want that body, because that body was supposed to belong to her a long time ago, and she didn't get it because he jumped his soul and jumped into it. So she's here for it, and she promised him that she'd get it for him. And so after she escapes, we're like, where my body, girl? You promised me a body. I want a body, and I'm not leaving here without it. And so they get to fighting and tussling, and because she didn't get a power, she's like, I want my prize. Sorry, girl, ain't got nothing for you. So they get to fighting. She start cutting her up with glass. Rio's cutting her up. She threw glass at her and cut her up, split her up. But then she remembers what Lily had told her. When she calls you a coward, hit the deck. She called her a coward. She hit the deck. Misses a big old tub, almost would have knocked her clean out and killed her. She ducks and dodges it. And as Rio is tearing her up, flipping her, grabbing her, snatching her all the way up, who comes fully powered, all majestically and quiet and calmly? Wiccan. That is right. Billy has donned his infamous suit. He is there. He is powered up. He's flying in like his mother in all her glory, how she used to do it. He comes in. He, frees her from the entanglements that she is in due to Rio. And she tells him to hit her with the power. Give her the juice. Juice me up, boy. Help me out. And he was like, okay, but don't take all of it. So he blasts her. And it's really cool to see him use his power and control of his power. And she's absorbing it. We see her transform. And he's like, all right, Agatha, all right, girl, you're taking a little, come on, release me. And so she just keep going. But then she finally, she stops it, releases him, does not kill him. So Paul, put a pin in that. Rewind a few episodes ago when we were talking about how this ability for her to absorb magic from others who blast her is like a drug. It's addicting. She can't control it. It's not something she can turn off. It just happens. Wrong. We were wrong. This woman knew what she was doing. She could control it this whole time. You are a murderer. We knew you were a murderer, but we would try to have some sympathy for you, Agatha. We would try to be on your side, girl, give you a little bail. But when you stopped from taking all of Wiccan's power, girl, you done told off on yourself. We let us know All this time, you could have stopped if you wanted to. You just chose not. So poor Alice. R.I.P. Our girl Alice. So Agatha is powered. So she's powered up. And her and Rio get the going blow for blow. Mostly Agatha is blocking her. Like she's blocking her attacks. Because she don't want to absorb it. Because I feel like if she absorbs her power, then she gonna die. And so she's just mostly blocking, deflecting her attacks, and then shooting her own out. But it got to a point where death just overwhelms both of them. And she's like, I'm getting that boy body. And she's like, I don't care. Get him. I got my power. I got what I want. You can have him. And Billy Wiccan is like, Agatha, we just shared this moment together. And this is what you're going to turn me over like that? And just before Rio/Death takes Billy, Agatha's like, take me. And she grabs Rio and kisses her. And Rio takes her. So obviously, because Agatha's draining her power, it's not really draining all of it, but her absorbing Rio's power is inadvertently killing her. Agatha sacrifices herself for Billy Wiccan. And so she just said, you needed a body, take mine. And so she considered that an even exchange and released Wiccan, let him go. She's like, you go, you're fine. I got what I got. I got a body. And so that is the end of Agatha Harkness. Or so we thought. But we'll talk about how she came later. And so as Billy leaves and walks away, he goes back home. He walks through the neighborhood and everybody looking at him like, dang, another witch and just jacked us up. Because let me tell you, the other residents, as Agatha and Rio were fighting, it was all in the backyard, by the way. They could see the lights and the clouds and stuff changing. They're like, we can't ever get away from these people. What is going on in this town? Them poor residents. If that was not another sign to leave Westview, I don't know what it was. Just leave. Don't stay there no more. It's not worth it. So once Billy gets home, y'all, he gets up to his room and he started noticing things that look familiar. Like he notices the Wizard of Oz characters, which reminded him back of the trial where we lost Lilia. And he just starts seeing all these things that started connecting him back to the road. And guess who appears in ghost form? None other than Agatha Harkness. Ghost Harkness. She's here in ghost form. Spirit Agatha. And Ghost Agatha, whatever you want to say. And so she pretty much like, hey, yeah, it was you, kiddo. It was Billy all along, y'all. We had the speculation that something was off, that this could be his magic's doing. And it was, y'all. This man had subconsciously created the role based on what he thought and heard it to be. Literally everything was done by his magic. All of it. His magic influenced every single thing. The outfits, the trials, the outcomes, all of it was his doing. And we weren't completely mind blown, but it's like to see it all come together and how it was all connected was insane. And to actually have them acknowledge that it was, in fact, Billy all along. And that then let us know Agatha ain't never been on the road. That is so... We had speculation, but it's like, girl, you ain't even never been on no road. And sit up here acting like she knew what she was doing. The road didn't even exist until Billy made it so. But then he got down. He felt bad because he's like, so that means I killed them people. I killed people. And she was like, yeah, you killed a couple people. Welcome to the life. Things happen. People die. But you saved somebody. And then it pans to Jennifer, meaning Jennifer. And it pans to Jennifer clawing her way out the dirt, out the mud. And she looking at that Westview sign. She's like, oh, heck no, I'm getting up out of here. And she floats into the air with her powers and flies off up out of there. And I ain't mad at her, girl. Get out of Westview with all your power, all your glory. High priestess. Yes. I loved it. I loved it. Can't wait to see more Jennifer Kell. We deserve to see it. The people are requesting it, but I do believe that is nearly official, if not official. She will make another appearance in the Midnight Suns show, movie, whatever they got coming on, whatever the Midnight Sun plans that Marvel has. We're almost 100% sure that she will be showing back up because she's the cousin to Ghost Rider. So we love Jennifer Kell. We love her character, and we cannot wait to see more of her because she is amazing. Back to Billy and Agatha. We just have him come to terms with the reality that this was all of him, and the magnitude of his power, truly, just like his mom. I mean, and then so they just kind of replayed a lot of things when Agatha was kind of telling him, like, yeah, I knew it all along. You know, when you were doing all this, like how she did earlier, how she told him how she knew, but like just certain sequences in the show just kind of came back, like when she said, "You're just like your mother." Yes, you done created this alternate space, just like your mama did. She created her own reality, and you done created your own road, and try all these different things. You done created a whole reality as well, but in untapped, by the way, both of them untapped. All this untapped power they're doing subconsciously makes them so powerful, but so dangerous. Because what if the wrong people got a control of them, or like it's gonna make them forces to be reckoned with when they get a hold of, right? When they start being able to control it, they're gonna be a problem. They will be a problem. So then they move us. I can't remember if this happened at the end or not, but we did get to see they did. So no, this didn't happen at the episode. That's episode 8, y'all. Episode 9. So we said it was Billy all along, right? In episode 8, because he did all of this. It was Billy all along, every step of the way. But it was truly Agatha all along, because we find out, and I'm gonna make it quick, in episode 9. It dragged a lot, but it was just showing some backstory with Agatha and Nikki, her son, Nicholas. She called him Nikki. That was her little boy, her two-piece. They were two peas in a pie, okay? But they show her when he was first born, and I guess he was going to die because he was sick. And death came for him, and she begged and begged, like, please don't take my baby. No, don't take my baby boy. Don't take him. And so death pretty much gave her time. And she was like, I won't tell you. Won't know when, but I'm going to spare him now. I'm going to come get him now, but I'm coming back for him. You just won't know when. And so for over the next 6 years, she travels with Nikki, town to town, village to village, forest to forest, snatching up witches, using him to lure witches into making a coven so Agatha can drain their powers and their life force simultaneously, or subsequently take their life force. And it is believed that she's doing that because because death gave her Nikki's body, left him alone. She now has to provide bodies for death to compensate for the one that was spared, and it shouldn't have been. So that's why Rio told her that she's been given favor that nobody else has really gotten, right? And now we start to see how she got that favor. And because Nikki does ask her, Mommy, why do we keep luring these witches out and you killing them? And she's saying, like, I have to do it to survive, because he's sick and she doesn't have the magic or the power to save him. And that's the only way to keep them alive and survive, is for her to steal other witches' magic. And then it gets to a point in the show where one day she's getting ready to pull out their usual con, but Nikki asks her not to. Like, Mommy, don't take their power. Don't do it. And so she obliges. And he's like, you're ready to go home. I'm going. Let's go home. That's where I want to go. And they go to sleep. She's singing them to sleep. Oh, fun thing too. Throughout this time, these years, they came up with a song together. And y'all won't believe what the name of this song was. Take a guess. Yeah. The Witch's Road song. Down, down, down the road, down the windy road. That's what the original words were. And they obviously augmented it and kept it going and adding lyrics after lyric after lyric till they completed the song, the road song. But the song had become so famous that witches believed it to truly be real. And they believed Agatha to be the one to know where the entry to this road is. And so the night that Nikki and her went to sleep, Nikki died because death came for him at 6. And she woke up to him being gone. And obviously she was destroyed, heartbroken, um, and utterly alone now. Because if we think back to earlier episode 4, I believe, when Agatha and Jen and Lily were arguing about if it was Coven True or Coven 2. And Agatha silly behind was like, it's Coven 2. And they were like, no, it's clearly Coven True. That's what makes sense. And she was like, let's just ask Alice. Her mom wrote the most famous version of the ballad. And here go dang Agatha. It's like, oh yeah, let's hear it. You know, teacher, like teach me. Whole time she created the original version with Nikki, and it really was Coven 2 because it was just them two this whole time. So again, it was Agatha all along, y'all, that created and originated the ballad of the road to the witch's road. And so after Nikki's death, she just went on a spree, baby, killing every witch. She just went and became a part of that coven because one of the witches came to her, was like, you Agatha, you know the road. Please tell me where the road is. Please tell me, please tell me. And she just used this as a way to gain power. And we're assuming that she obviously didn't dabble in dark magic yet, because she didn't have the dark hold, but she was using this to gain more power to potentially find a way to probably barter for the dark hold, because she does eventually get it, to maybe hopefully find a way to bring back Nikki. But we know that don't happen. But anyways, she goes, right, and she is stealing all these witches in different decades, and it's just showing her just continuously getting in these covens, using them, tricking them, because they believe that she knows where the road is. She's telling them, come on, girl, we got to sing this song. Once we sing this song, it'll open the gate that leads to the road. It was a whole scam from the beginning, y'all. It was a scam. The road was a scam. Agatha was using to draw witches out to steal their power all these centuries. And so Agatha, it was Agatha all along. And they just show us coven after coven after coven, her stealing their powers. And so we get the backstory between, we didn't get a lot of whole, Agathario, as everybody called her in Rio, but we did get to see her and Nikki and that relationship. And it was such a wonderful relationship because if you think back to the present time, she even had a plaque with him, his name on it, and how best vocals or whatever, because he used to sing and everybody loved his singing. It was all these nice, sweet little touches that the creators and producers of the show, the care and the detail that they put into the show is unmatched, it's unparalleled, and they deserve all the good things that's coming to them. And before I finish wrapping up, I'll just say this. At the end of the show, they bring us back to present day with Agatha, Ghost, and Billy. They go back to the basement of the house, and Billy is getting ready to exercise Agatha. She's like, hold on, no, don't be like that, don't be like that. I can help. Let's find your brother together. And so he seals the door to the road, the original door to the road. He seals it up, and in memory writes out Sharon Davis, Alice Wu, and Lilia Calderu in honor of them. And I thought that was so sweet, such a touching and befitting way to kind of close that chapter out. Now, a lot of speculation on is the road still real, or is it not? I don't know. Agatha did say that the road was fake, but you made it real. You made it real. So I'm wondering now, is it now real? That's the question everybody has on their mind. If y'all know the answer to that, please put it in the comments. All your thoughts on this finale. I know it's been a month, but I'm sure you still got thoughts about it because I'm still talking about it a month later. And I recall a lot of it, just not word for word, everything. So please put in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts on it, on both of these episodes, and just how it all ended, things you think they could have done differently, should have done differently, or all the good things, all the bad things, all the things in between. Please let me know. I want to hear from you. So they end with pretty much Agatha Ghost going to be a pretty good mentor, I think, because she's a mentor to Scarlet / Wanda in the comics and stuff. And so now she's going to be pretty much a mentor in ghost form for Billy as they traverse into the world to look for his brother. And that is how they end the series. So yeah, y'all, like I said, this series was incredible. That is my review. Watch it again, and then watch it another time. So much so, it was so good, so connected, so well thought out, so planned that I got to go back and watch WandaVision in order to see some things connect to the dots that they had up in here. And so I just truly loved this series. It was just great. It was fantastic. It was all the good things. I cannot stop saying all the good things about it. And finally, before I close, I'll mention too, although the road was fake until Billy made it real, everybody that got onto the road got what they wanted. Come on, somebody. Regardless of everything, everybody got what they wanted. So Sharon, she said that she wanted to die. She said, bury me in this kitchen. This kitchen was to die for. She wanted that kitchen so bad, right? She wanted to die in that kitchen. Um, Even Sharon got her wish. She got to be in that kitchen, and she got to be reunited with her husband. And so even she got what she wanted from the role, right? And then we see Miss Alice. Alice wanted to be free from her curse, her family generational curse that she had upon her, and she was freed from it. She got peace about it, although it was short lived. She got what she came for. She got the truth behind all her misfortune in her life and broke the curse and was freed. Lilia hated her power, shunned her power, didn't want to be in a coven anymore, didn't think she needed a coven, didn't understand her power. But at the end of the road, at the end of her time, she embraced her power, embraced who she was, the Queen of Cups. She embraced her inner voice, and she found her coven and found that community she was always looking for and needed to really be who she was meant to be. Jen was unbound. That was the ultimate goal. Unbind our good sis. She was and free, got her powers back. Agatha got her powers back. Billy wanted to find his brother. He found his brother, found him a body. Now he's on the way to go get him. So he got what he wanted from the road. Like I said, Agatha got her powers back. And even Rio got what she wanted, even though the road wasn't really real to her. Because if you remember, when her and Agatha were having a conversation, how she said she wanted a body and she left, she cut through the fabric of the reality that they were in, that the road was not real. That was just another way of them showing us that the road wasn't real. That so fact that she cut through it, and it showed us like her actually cutting through it as if it was a piece of wallpaper or something, and walking through it. And so she got her body. It was Agatha's body at the end of the day. So she got her body. So everybody got what they wanted from the road, which I thought was brilliantly done. Even though we lost people along the way, they still received their greatest desire. At the end of the day, with the road that Billy manifested through all of his power created. So, y'all, thank you for tuning in. Despite it being such a late review / recap, a month later, I appreciate you for hanging in there with me and supporting me. Stop right now before you close out. Make sure you like this video, comment something, share this video, but most importantly, subscribe if you have not already subscribed to my channel. And please just tell all your friends, auntie, uncles, and cousins, anybody who watched this show, other shows, like this, DC, Marvel, fantasy, sci-fi, cartoons, anime, all of those things. This is the place to be. Don't forget it. I know I told y'all a month ago that I was going to recap episodes of Superman and Lois. Unfortunately, I won't be doing it episode by episode, but I will recap the series. And on top of that, I finished The Penguin, which was really good. So I will be recapping that with some friends. Stay tuned for that. I'm tired of making y'all promises. I'm tired of it and life getting in the way and keeping me from doing what I want to do. But I truly believe that these things are going to get done. Okay, amen. Speak it to existence, put it to the atmosphere. I'm going to do the Superman and Lois series review. I'm going to do the Penguin series review, and I'm watching the new Dune series. So I don't know if I'm gonna do a week by episode by episode with that, but I will definitely do a series review on that. Also, I'm gonna go see Wicked very soon. So I definitely want to come back on here and join with my podcast fam of A Who All Gonna Be There. So check us out, A Who All Gonna Be There podcast, and subscribe there as well, and do a joint review of that movie with them. So again, welcome to the E.A.R Chronicles. If you're new, if you've been here, you know this is the place to be to get all my thoughts and opinions on TV shows and movies I like. And I look forward to being back and kicking it with y'all again. I'm out, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. I'll see y'all next.